What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the red color, playing as Odin. His name is Matreiuss. His opponent today, in the blue color, playing as Kronos. His name is Yoshii. I believe these guys were playing random gods. So that's why we're seeing some interesting little situations here. We actually see what looks to me to be a bit of an interesting start here from Yoshii. He's gone ahead and bashed some wood down at the start of the game here, maybe waiting for his second citizen to come out to kill that rhino without too many issues. But one of the other things you can do with this opening here by chopping wood down with Kronos nice and early is actually get focus, which gives your oracles a little bit more speed in the early game. So you can do, you can scout the map a lot more efficiently. It's actually something that a couple of Kronos mains did talk about, and it's actually a really, really good way to play the early game with Kronos. Is we do not see it coming through just yet, but it's probably not going to happen. But it's definitely a really nice way to open with Kronos, to just start on that wood a little bit there. As you do see, it's a little bit of micro here from Matreiuss, going to be eating his rhinoceros here, getting his gold income. It's a little bit of the older build order without the early dwarf coming through for Matreiuss, but it's completely fine. While going dwarf first here is technically better in pretty much every single way, the advantage is relatively small. I say relatively small. It might be in it might be around about 50 resources advantage in the early game. Someone might be able to correct me on that, but you can go faster with the dwarf first build that Yoshii, Squash, and Soup all developed at the same time independently, apparently. Anyways, onwards and upwards. We do see a relic over here, the Tower of Cestus. Nice, strong relic to be had there. And Yoshii going to be looking around the map. It does look to me like Yoshii's just going to be playing a fairly standard opening here as Kronos. Going for military barracks and the like here. And counter barracks. I don't think he's going for any sort of rush or anything, as he's got one villager on wood, one villager on gold. So just a kind of classic 4:30 advance time. Already moving out onto this hunt over here is exactly what you need to do. You might also need to be jumping this citizen over onto the chickens here to advance in time, and that's correct. As soon as he gets the 100 wood here, he's going to be dropping that temple down to boot here. So that's going to be completely fine for him. Matreiuss, on the other hand, temple in his main base. No surprises there. Ox cart coming out. Going to be advancing here straight away, it seems, as he's going to be eating this this rhinoceros there, as Freya does indeed come through. Looks like it's a 6-4-4 advance time here. 6-4-4, and he's going to be completely fine. He's playing a little bit defensively at the start. Now, Odin does technically have a slight advantage in this matchup going in the early game with early game Ulfsark. The thing is that Kronos has got cheaper Prometheans, faster Chiroballister, and all the other good stuff that comes with that. So the idea of going mass Ulfsark here against Kronos might be a little bit scary. You might find yourself having some problems as the house gets dropped over here, and Yoshii obviously... Oh! That's not a god we see very often here from the Kronos player, and I love it. Leto! Normally we see Prometheus. Leto is the broken god that Gaia players have been using to have so much success in recent history here. But Yoshii going through Leto here with Kronos, and we'll see how it's going to go. He's going to be going for Mass Automaton. The big weakness here for Kronos is that he doesn't have access to Valor now. So his heroes, they're quite expensive to convert these. It costs, if you want to convert these oracles into heroes, it'll cost you around about 200 resources. I think it's worth it to convert oracles of Kronos, 2 oracle heroes manually, because they are basically a Herser, and these 3 are free oracles, so it's worth it to do that, as we do see the Matreiuss Valkyrie going to be coming through here. But the automaton is actually... The automatons can actually defend against the Valkyrie relatively easily. I like this play here from Yoshii, going to be mining the large gold mine. Meanwhile, we'll see what Matreiuss' reaction is here. He's now making raiding cavalry houses going down. A very, very interesting match a very, very interesting match here, as the village is going to drop through the mana. Pop over here onto the Gazelle. We see the automatons coming through here to deal with this this Valkyrie here. Is this automaton going to get healed back up? It heals so absurdly fast there, as Matreiuss is going to be pulling away. Got to be a little bit careful not to be losing that one here, as Yoshii's automaton here, unfortunately, going in separate ways. Meanwhile, tons of units coming through as the forest fire does get dropped down onto this position. Mermillo getting taken out over here, as this citizen going to be moving over onto this hunt, onto this location here, as we do see the Valkyrie coming through here to get some damage. Remember, we don't have any free heroes to deal with this Valkyrie, so it's going to do tons of damage over here. Meanwhile, one of those automatons gets taken down, as the other automaton going next to that forest fire there gets a little bit more damage taken there, as this citizen does end up getting taken down. Nice play there by Matreiuss. One citizen down is going to be huge moving forward here. The automaton over here does get taken down, as Yoshii not paying attention. It doesn't look to me like Yoshii's been spamming out those automatons in the early game here like I thought he probably would have been, as we do see that Spider Lair picks off yet another raiding cavalry there. Nice play from Yoshii to hold on, but he has lost a lot of economy in the early game here. Matreiuss, on the other hand, pumping units out, hasn't really lost all too much. He's sitting in the middle of the map here. A couple more units getting sniped down here from Yoshii. Good play. He's always on top of that in these situations, as the temple here getting time shifted onto this location here to get automatons pumping out into this game. Immediately, we're starting to see some throwing axemen coming through, which will mean we'll need to have some terminal, which are actually already in here, so they're going to be able to take down those throwing axemen very, very quickly. As we see automaton getting produced here from Yoshii, he does need to get himself some more wood income here to build houses coming forward. As I mean, he's going to be converting his time shifting his thingy forward. I mean, if he goes for a fight here, it's probably actually worth it, because he's housed. This is something that we don't see enough of, is when you're housed, try and force a fight so that you can at least continue to train units instead of being housed here. But Matreiuss playing nice and defensively on this location. We do see the spider egg getting dropped down onto this position here. Two spider eggs get picked off here, as these two do pop here, and we will have to see Yoshii potentially retreating back through that here, sniping one unit on that location there, as the rest do fall, and now Yoshii has to pull back here. Yoshii's still sitting at 47 of 75 population, as Matreiuss' army starting to look very, very strong here. We will be seeing this automaton pulling all the way back into the main base, as more automaton are getting produced out, as the units pulling back over here onto this location, trying to sit underneath the spider eggs there, as Yoshii trying to get a decent fight in here, trying to snipe down one of those throwing axes there. But these two, they're not the best. They're not the best as anything other than Kronos. But look at this. See, they miss so much, as he shoots a whole bunch more shots into there. Retreating through, going to be looking for some raids now coming in, as the units coming through onto this location here, as Matreiuss is significantly further ahead in terms of population here, 83 of 115 population, as Yoshii, his citizen on this location, going to be very, very careful. Those spider eggs do pick off 2 of those throwing axemen there, as these units are going to be retreating back home. Very low HP. Yoshii in a world of pain here, as the mana on this location going to be going down. Still looking for some raids onto this location here. The villagers here going to start getting shanked down here by or sliced down, maybe is probably the better term, by the automatons. But there's plenty of units in here to defend, as we do see an attempt to focus down these villagers getting abandoned here, as Yoshii going to be retreating back. Meanwhile, coming through onto this fight here, as Matreiuss is just microing so insanely good in this early game here. He's controlling both of these locations perfectly, putting pressure on while defending the pressure beautifully here. As more units coming through onto this location here. Yoshii's got no favor in the bank. He's been trying to spam out his automaton as best as he possibly can here, but he's just not been able to make much of it as he does move his units through here. But Matreiuss is paying attention already. Yoshii getting picked off beautifully here as the Murmillo do find a straggler throwing axeman. Nice retreat marker there from Matreiuss, pulling away from those Murmillo, speed walking in fact to keep that alive. Beautiful play there. His units pulling back. We are seeing the military academy here getting time shifted back home as we see some raids coming through into the main base of Matreiuss, trying to just inflict any little bit of damage he possibly can. Meanwhile, over here we see tons of villagers on this location as Yoshii pushing through to start raiding this one over here. As the Murmillo pulling back ever so slightly, turning around, going to be taking down the raiding cavalry, attempting to pull back marker. They're not quite able to do so, as we do see the army going to be able to defend in this main base here. One of those automatons does go down, but the other one is still alive. So long as he can pick up that these units fast enough, he should be able to rebuild that one if he's paying attention enough over here. Meanwhile, on this location over here, more units getting thrown to their deaths here, it would seem, was the spider eggs getting placed down on this position here. Going to retreat back over those if he can. Pick off some of those raiding cavalry for free, but Yoshii's just not able to stabilize here in this game as the thrown axeman coming through onto this position. The Cairo Ballista pulling back underneath the town center. They're not going to be able to help out too much here. Yoshii 59 of 95 population. Matreiuss 112 of 115 population. The units falling left, right, and center here for Yoshii as Matreiuss is looking like he might even be able to start throwing farms down, putting villagers more onto gold here. He's taking everyone off of food at the moment. Maybe going to come over onto the chickens if he needs to. He can pump buildings around everywhere for the time being. He can take down these military buildings. Yoshii just trying to buy himself some time here as the longhouse coming down. A little bit of Yoshii medicine here coming in as Matreiuss is going to be path blocking this citizen, not allowing it to get back home. Yoshii's kind of known for using the cheeky walls to do this kind of thing, but longhouse is just as, well, maybe not just as effective, a little bit less effective, but they get the job done nonetheless if you got the resources to pop them down. As units popping through here, we do see catapults attempting to come in to deal with these raiding cavalry as the spider lair does pick off a handful of units here. As Yoshii going to be probably losing that temple there, it would seem, as more longhouses coming down for Matreiuss in on this location here. As the units popping out onto here, going to be looking to get a little bit of damage done over here. Remember, there were those one spider egg remaining on that position, as we do see the automaton coming through onto these raiding cavalry over here. We'll see how he's going to go there as Matreiuss is kind of split up here with his army. But Matreiuss right now, he doesn't have his armory down, but he is he throwing it up over here? He is throwing it up, and now we're going to be able to see the heroic age coming through here for Matreiuss. Will he go for the ballsy Njord? No, he goes for Skadi here. Honestly, Njord would probably be just as game over as Skadi, but maybe even faster, because there's no buildings in the main base here. There's no valor, so that means there's no heroes. So an immediate walking woods here, maybe a temple get thrown down on this location and deleting the home temple would be very, very tough for Yoshii to hold his own town center from going down there. As Yoshii's army circling around him, we do see another Murmillo falling over there as Yoshii's going to be pulling back home. There's some more raids coming through onto this location. Good micro there from Yoshii, pulling into that manor there very, very quickly. As the raiding cavalry still looking to get some good raids happening here, but we do see the manor under attack, but a couple of units going to come back and be able to defend this, I'm sure, as Matreiuss probably... Oh, good little mic. Good little spidey senses tingling. He would have scouted it coming through, but he's come in and hit this beautifully as the fight coming through. Matreiuss got plenty of gold in the bank and spam out Frost Giants to all Billio here, as the Australians say. You tell me what that means, because I don't know. But I know that people say it. But Matreiuss can get tons of tons of Frost Giants here, or you can just throw a marker down, go Mythic Age, and have a fantastic Ragnarok in this game. But it looks like Yoshii decides he's lost his army for the millionth time here, and he's going to have to tap out. An interesting decision here from Yoshii going for the Leto here. But one of the things about Leto is that early game is just that little bit less strong with Leto. So you have to play a little bit more defensively. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think if you can get the Automaton mass out and you can snipe those Hersa, I think that Leto can really work here for Kronos against Odin, especially if you also focus on things like maybe heroizing the oracles and maybe trying to get a second town center and all those good things that come from that. But Yoshii experimenting a little bit here, and Matreiuss punishing. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you are on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.